At 70, people look at you and think the game is over. They think the noise is behind you, the lights are dim, the crowd has moved on. They don't ask what you carry inside. They don't ask what you survived to still be standing here. They see age, but they don't see endurance. They see wrinkles. But they don't see the nights you didn't quit when nobody was watching. And if you're still here, breathing, thinking, choosing, then understand this clearly. You didn't get here by accident. You got here by staying when it would have been easier to disappear. There's a silence that comes with time, not the peaceful kind. The kind where the phone stops ringing. The kind where people stop asking your opinion. The kind where the world assumes you've said all you have to say. That silence can crush you if you let it, or it can sharpen you. Because when you're ignored long enough, you learn something dangerous. You learn how to hear your own voice. You learn how to move without applause. You learn how to build without permission. That's where real strength is born. At 70, loneliness isn't new to you. You felt it in crowded rooms. You felt it when people walked away. You felt it when your best years were questioned and your relevance was doubted. But loneliness didn't break you. It taught you self-reliance. It taught you how to sit with discomfort and not flinch. It taught you that confidence isn't loud, it's steady. It's showing up even when nobody's clapping. Pressure doesn't disappear with age. It changes shape. Now it's pressure to slow down, pressure to fade out, pressure to accept less. But if you can still wake up with discipline, still honor your word, still push your body and your mind just a little further than yesterday, then you're not surviving life. You're winning it. Because discipline at this stage isn't about proving something to others. It's about respecting the fight it took to get here. You've been doubted. You've been underestimated. You've been counted out more times than you can count. And yet you're still here. That alone tells a story of resilience. Not the flashy kind, the quiet kind. The kind that keeps going when nobody's watching. When nobody believes, when even you have to remind yourself who you are. At 70, strength doesn't look like it used to, but it's deeper now. It's not in how fast you move, it's in how steady you stand. It's in the way you face a hard morning without complaining. It's in the way you carry loss without letting it poison your spirit. You've buried dreams, friends, versions of yourself that never made it, yet you're still willing to wake up and try again. That is not weakness. That is a warrior's patience. You know what it feels like to give everything and receive nothing back, to pour years into people, jobs, promises, only to be forgotten when the results stop benefiting others. That kind of pain teaches you a brutal lesson. Validation is temporary, but self-respect lasts. When applause disappears, character is all you have left. And if you've learned to act with integrity even when no one is watching, then you've already won a game most people never even enter. There's a pressure that comes from being overlooked. Younger voices get heard, faster bodies get praised. New ideas get celebrated while your experience gets dismissed as outdated. But experience is not rust. It's armor. It's knowledge earned through failure, through scars, through consequences. If you can still listen more than you speak, still learn without ego, still adapt without bitterness, you are dangerous in the best way. Because growth at this age is a choice, not a requirement. And choosing it makes you rare. Silence has followed you for years now, not just around you, but inside you. And in that silence, you've had conversations with yourself that nobody else could handle. You've faced regrets without running. You've owned mistakes without excuses. You've forgiven people who never apologized. Not because they deserved it, but because you deserved peace. That kind of emotional discipline is strength most people never develop. At 70, belief isn't blind anymore. It's tested. It's been dragged through disappointment and still survived. If you can still believe in your ability to improve, to contribute, to matter, even when the world treats you like a finished chapter, then your spirit is undefeated. Because belief at this stage isn't loud optimism. It's quiet resolve. It's waking up and saying, I'm still responsible for who I become today. You didn't build your life in noise. You built it in repetition, in consistency, in showing up when it hurt. And that habit, that endurance, that refusal to quit, is the foundation that nothing can take from you now. At 70, winning life has nothing to do with trophies or titles. It's about what still moves inside you when the world stops paying attention. If you can still wake up with purpose, not because you have to, but because you choose to, then you are ahead. Purpose at this age is quiet, but it's powerful. It's knowing that your presence still matters, even if the room doesn't say it out loud. If you can still control your emotions when life tests you, still respond with patience instead of anger, still choose dignity over ego, that's mastery. Anyone can be loud when they're strong. It takes real strength to be calm when you've earned the right to be bitter. And if you've learned to let things go without losing yourself, that's not weakness. That's wisdom forged under pressure. If you can still take care of your body, not to impress anyone, but to honor the years it carried you through storms, you are winning. Movement becomes a promise to yourself. Discipline becomes a form of gratitude. Every step, every stretch, every breath says, I'm not done respecting this life yet. That mindset separates those who fade from those who endure. If you can still stand alone without feeling empty, still enjoy your own company, still trust your own judgment, then loneliness has lost its power over you. You've turned isolation into independence, silence into clarity. When you no longer need constant validation, you become unshakable, because nothing external controls your sense of worth anymore. If you can still encourage someone else, still give advice without needing credit, still lift others without feeling threatened, then your spirit is rich. Legacy isn't what you leave behind when you're gone. It's how you make people feel while you're still here. And if your words carry calm, truth, and strength, you are leaving footprints that last longer than applause. And finally, if you can still believe in yourself after everything you've been through, after every setback, every loss, every moment you were doubted or ignored, then understand this clearly. You didn't just survive life. You mastered it. You rose without noise. You endured without recognition. You became strong without permission. And at 70, standing with peace, discipline, and unbreakable self-belief, you are not behind. You are winning.